This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com. And I just got in from watching Batista's A Knock at the Cabin film that was number one at the box office last week. And he is this star of the film. He's the most notable character of the film. And since I've met him a bunch of times backstage, but actually was a tackling dummy for him in the ring a bit before a Raw in Calgary back in 2004, where Arn Anderson was teaching him some stuff. I wanted to go see this movie to support him as a wrestler, and also I only ever saw the first Guardians of the Galaxy one, where he was all painted up, and I really don't like superhero movies. I only went to see that one for him, and that's why I didn't go see The Rock's latest superhero movie either. I find them boring. But it's amazing that Batista's had all this success. But it's funny that they don't try and bring him back for a WrestleMania, since WrestleMania is so weak this year for stars. They're only really bringing Cena back in a match that doesn't have all that much interest. The Logan Paul one would have had a lot more interest, but they're putting him with someone else. But I don't want to digress. I'll go through the movie briefly. He's in it right from the start. The premise is him and some other people. There's four of them, and in a way, they're like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. They're there to save the earth, and there is a gay male couple, or I don't know how you want to say it, homosexual, that have a daughter, and they're at this cabin on a vacation, and the first scene is Batista approaching the daughter who's collecting grasshoppers, and he helps her collect grasshoppers, introduces himself as Leonard. He acts very well in this. By the way, now Batista, John Cena, and The Rock at Austin have all eclipsed Hogan's acting career, as much as we all love No Holds Barred, Mr. Nanny, and Suburban Commando, and Thunder in Paradise. But anyways, the girl eventually gets scared when she sees the other three approaching, runs into the cabin, tells her dads about these people. They bring her in. They basically say, you guys are going to have to let us in, or we're going to break in because we need to talk to you. So eventually they have to break in. And they try to explain that they are normal people that got together through a message board because they had similar visions. And Batista, by the way, is apparently a grade 2 teacher that's a bartender by night. And they want to save the world, because if one of the three, the two dads and the girl, doesn't kill one of the other three, they can't commit suicide. One of them has to kill either each other or the girl to save the world from disaster for whatever reason. And the dads are like, this makes absolutely no sense. There's two women in Batista's group, and then there's a guy that works for a gas company and has been in jail. One of the women was a nurse. The other was a mother, and I don't exactly recall what her regular job was. But they basically kill themselves one by one, and every time they kill themselves, Batista shows on the news that something terrible has happened in the world, and people are dying, and it's coming closer and closer to the apocalypse. Oh, and by the way, if they don't kill one of the three, they all get to live. So they could be selfish and not die, but they'd be living in the apocalypse. But they still don't believe it at this point. They believe that this is all that Batista is somehow tricking them with videos. But this continues on as they die. It gets worse and worse. At one point, one of the dads goes out to the car. He manages to escape with the help of the daughter briefly, with the daughter passing him a kitchen knife because they were roped up, but the daughter was free. And he gets a gun and he shoots one of the horsemen, or whatever you want to call them, the apocalyptic type people. And there's some action at that part. Eventually, Batista kills himself too, and then the sky turns black and everything. And the one of they tell the girl just before Batista kills himself to go in the treehouse with the headphones on. Then he kills himself, and then the one dad believes that these guys are telling the truth and they're actually there to help, and convinces the other one to kill him because he says, I'm very happy with dying. I'm feeling good under the circumstances. Please just do this. And there's hesitation, but he eventually does it. Then the other surviving one goes in the treehouse to where they tell basically it's understood what happened. Then the cabin gets caught on fire and it starts raining. One thing I don't understand, like for nearing the end part, is like when the cabin's on fire, they don't rush away too fast. And the other thing was, and I may have nodded off, I don't know, but at some point the tires of the car were slashed by one of the apocalyptic people that didn't want these people to leave without saving the world by killing one of each other. But somehow, even though the tires are slashed of the car, at the very end, they drive into town and they go into like a diner, and you can see on the TVs in the diner all around the world, all this dark stuff that was happening gets fixed and people stop dying and stuff. And yes, I'm a heel, so I am spoiling it. And I'm waiting till the end to tell you guys that I'm spoiling it. I am a heel. I didn't mind the movie. As I said, there was only like 4 people in there. I don't like to go when there's a lot of people around. Batista was the best part of it. The girl wasn't bad. I didn't like the story like this. I thought it was going to be more of a horror movie. This is more of a drama. It's a dramatic movie. So, well, I didn't leave like another one I saw in recent year, Bill and Ted, where I'm like, I just wasted my time. I actually liked it and was like proud of Batista representing wrestling, doing a good job in there. But I didn't like the whole concept of the movie because it's just a weird concept to accept that these 2 homosexual guys and their daughter have the whole weight of the world on them. It's just a weird concept for me to accept. That's why I'd rather watch documentaries and stuff. But as I said, I'm not saying that it's a thumbs down or anything. If you're a Batista fan, you'll like it. And if you're a dramatic fan, you'll like it. If you suspend your disbelief at the ridiculousness of the situation, it didn't get too crazy. It stayed within in that realm. believability. So congratulations to Batista. I don't even know who's in the Super Bowl, Jason. That's how little I know about the Super Bowl. I really don't. Someone says, like The Walking Dead. I've never watched The Walking Dead. It's never been interested. I don't know if it was in IMAX, but it was in one of those theaters with the reclining chairs. Andrew, ha, 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 ha. Ha. If I'm a dumbass, who's dumber, me or the one that's watching me? Have a great night. Congratulations, Batista. I'm coming back with the daily news update.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not